Welcome to our video on air quality and lung disease by Harun and Ruba. This presentation will inform you on air quality with everything we learned with our research, from pollution and ozone layers to lung disease. Without further ado, let's get started. The leading question we chose to drive our presentation with is, how can we improve air quality to reduce the risk of lung disease in each city? To start our presentation, we must first ask why air quality is important. Air quality is important because millions of people in the US and even more in the world are exposed to poor air quality every year, having an impact on many people's health. Air with dirt and chemicals in it is harmful to breathe in and can cause a wide array of health effects and problems. No matter how healthy you eat or how healthy you look, everyone is prone by unhealthy levels of ozone and pollution. Here are some of the major man-made sources of the pollutants that form ozone, starting with motor vehicles, power plants, factories, consumer and commercial products, and fuel combustion processes. Ozone is a colorless, unstable, and toxic gas with a pungent smell. Ozone makes up a part of smog, which can explain the strong, icky smell. Ground-level ozone is formed when pollutants react chemically with sunlight. Ozone in ground level can damage human health, more specifically the lungs, not to mention the other animals that rely on the Earth's oxygen. Ozone can also harm the quality of vegetation, our fruits and vegetables that we rely so much on. The ozone layer is an atmospheric layer that blocks and limits harmful UV rays. The high concentration of ozone in this layer may decrease from pollution, thus causing increased UV radiation on Earth's surface, as I'll get into that. When the ozone layer is damaged, harmful ozone gas enters the Earth's troposphere, or the surface. Even though the ozone layer blocks UV rays, some of the radiation still hits surface, posing minor harm. The UVA and UVB radiation are the least threatening rays to us, with UVB rays being slightly more damaging to the skin, causing sunburns or even cancer. UVC rays are the most dangerous, which can have a powerful attack on the skin, creating damage that can range from premature wrinkles to dangerous skin cancer. Improper use of welding torches and mercury lamps can expose UVC rays. When the Earth's ozone layer is damaged, more UV rays and even the detrimental UVC rays can enter through our atmosphere, thus harming our Earth's organisms. The causes of poor air quality are factory and power plant emissions, burning fossil fuels, smoke, and fire. The more simple answer for what causes poor air quality is mainly pollution or other natural occurrences. The health effects of poor air quality are respiratory diseases such as pneumonia, bronchitis, and asthma, chronic or permanent lung damage, added stress of the heart and lungs, accelerated aging of the lungs, and a shortened lifespan. Ozone pollutants have similar causes of particulate matter. The mixture of dirt, dust, soot, salt, and other particles is what scientists call particulate matter. Particulate matter can come from natural sources, but the vast majority of particles are produced by human activities, such as vehicles, power plants, natural sources, industrial sources, and forest fires. Here are some facts about asthma. What's actually happening when you have asthma is the airways are becoming narrow and swell and produce extra mucus. That's why when someone with asthma coughs, it's likely that they're going to spit out a slimy gob of mucus. Yuck. Another cool fact is 10% of Americans have asthma, which means if there's an event with 100 people, 10 out of the 100 people will hypothetically have asthma. Also, the creators of this presentation, Harun and Ruba, have asthma. Some symptoms of asthma are as listed: shortness of breath, extra mucus, severe coughing, wheezing, and chest tightening. Bronchitis is a condition in which the airways that move air to and from your lungs become inflamed. Smoking, whether first-hand, second-hand, or third-hand, is a major cause of chronic bronchitis. Bacteria, viruses, and air pollutants can also cause bronchitis. The most common symptoms for bronchitis are the production of mucus, cough, fatigue, and shortness of breath. Asthma and bronchitis have similar symptoms, but different causes. In both asthma and bronchitis, the airways become inflamed. This graph, more specifically, shows an asthmatic airway. What separates a normal airway with an asthmatic airway is the walls, which is the part right here. Asthmatic walls are inflamed and thickened, leaving less room for the airways to transport air. When an asthmatic person is having an asthma attack, the walls become even more thick. The smooth muscles, yes, they're called smooth muscles, tighten up, and more mucus start to fill up the airways. Over here are the alveoli, also known as air sacs, which trap the air for the lungs. Pneumonia is a disease in which an infection inflames the alveoli, or the air sacs, in one or both lungs and can fill with liquid. Pneumonia ranges in seriousness from mild to life-threatening. A crazy fact is some people catch pneumonia during a hospital stay for another illness, which would probably suck, am I right? The main symptoms of pneumonia are chest pain when you breathe or cough, trouble breathing, fatigue, and confusion or changes in mental awareness. This graph shows a normal alveolus compared to a fluid-filled alveolus. The second fluid-filled alveolus is infected. Pollution is convincingly the most impactful cause for poor air quality. Most of the air pollution comes from mankind's energy use and production, which is arguably not necessary. Burning fossil fuels releases gases and chemicals into the air, which increases air pollution. The most ideal solution for pollution is to move away from fossil fuels and replacing them with alternative energies like solar, wind, and geothermal energy. Other changes can still have a significant impact on reverting pollution, like making the switch to electrical cars or having more control over particulates by physical processes, for example using a cyclone separator, which is a device that works to filter dirty air. Finally, laws to limit pollution can pressure industries to use methods that don't harm the environment as much. Research has shown that electrical cars can emit less greenhouse gases and air pollutants over their life than a petrol or diesel car. By adding a law to prohibit the production of gasoline cars, more people will naturally switch to electrical cars after their cars die out. According to Steve Hanley, gasoline cars have 68% more emission than electrical cars, so using electrical cars will significantly improve air quality. Using renewable energy with an electrical car can reduce even more emissions, thus improving air quality. Implementing a class to inform the students on pollution and ways to prevent pollution has the power to influence the next generation. The class would encourage recycling, and as all of us know, recycling helps pollution and the environment as a whole. The class would also teach students to save energy. For example, the teacher will explain to the students to turn off the lights when not in use. There'd also be programs like explaining the importance of replacing a traditional light bulb with a modern, energy-efficient light bulb, or a transportation program for carpooling, biking, and walking. That's it guys, here's my work cited in case you think I plagiarized. Thank you so much for watching the video. If it doesn't mean much to you, please like and subscribe to the video, and see you next time. I'm out.